Something unexpected is unfolding behind closed doors in Los Angeles. Something that might redefine the future of the Lakers. If you're following this saga, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the latest updates. The Lakers recently held a private and exclusive meeting with Luka Doncic. What truly shocked everyone, however, wasn't who attended, but who didn't. LeBron James, the face of the franchise and the man who brought a championship back to the Lakers, was notably absent. This wasn't an oversight. It was intentional. It sent a message. The Lakers aren't just focused on the present. They're setting their sights on the future. And in that future, Luka Doncic plays the starring role. Let's rewind for a moment. Just before the trade deadline, the Lakers made a bold and surprising move. They acquired Luka Doncic, one of the most dynamic young talents in the NBA. This trade marked a clear shift in direction, signaling a new era for the team. LeBron remains elite, undoubtedly still one of the top 15 players in the league at age 40. But even greatness can't pause time. The Lakers understand that LeBron's time at the top is nearing its conclusion. That's precisely why this private meeting with Doncic was so significant. According to a report by ESPN, Lakers management recently sat down with Doncic in a closed-door session. No media, no distractions, and no LeBron. In that discussion, they laid out their blueprint for the future. They explained their roster vision and how they plan to construct a team specifically around Doncic. The message was crystal clear. Luka isn't just another piece in the system. He is the system. The entire structure moving forward will be built around him. That leads to the obvious question: where does LeBron fit into this equation? The reality is, he remains a critical part of the team's present, but no longer holds a place in its long-term strategy. It makes sense. At this stage of his career, LeBron isn't the guy you consult for plans 5 years down the road. For the first time since he joined the Lakers, LeBron is no longer the most influential voice in the room. That's a hard truth to accept, even for someone with LeBron's accomplishments. His agent, Rich Paul, recently made a statement that suggests this transition may be moving faster than anticipated, and possibly faster than LeBron is comfortable with. Still, the Lakers aren't abandoning the present. They believe they can contend right now with both LeBron and Doncic on the floor. But it's all about chemistry. The supporting cast has to fit perfectly. This team needs shooting, depth, and defense. Every roster decision from this point forward will center on maximizing Doncic's potential. Since joining the Lakers, Doncic has wasted no time making an impact. He's averaging 28.2 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 7.5 assists per game, shooting 43.8% from the field and nearly 38% from three-point range. He's young, motivated, and ready to lead. And while LeBron is still the king, Luka is being groomed as the next ruler of LA basketball. This isn't just about passing the torch. It's a deliberate shift in power. The Lakers are embracing the next chapter instead of trying to delay it. LeBron's absence from that meeting wasn't a slight. It was symbolic. It signaled that the organization has made up its mind. They're planning for the next 5, maybe even 10 years, and they've chosen Doncic as the cornerstone of that future. Now, all eyes are on LeBron. How will he respond? Will he transition into a mentor role on a team that now belongs to Doncic? Or will friction arise as the baton is handed off more quickly than expected? One thing is clear: the future has arrived in Los Angeles, and his name is Luka Doncic. But another question is also looming. What happens to Bronny James once LeBron is no longer a Laker? The Lakers are caught between two timelines. On one side is LeBron, 40 years old and still playing at an elite level, trying to lead the team on one final championship run. On the other side is Doncic, the newly acquired star around whom the franchise is being rebuilt. It's clear now, LeBron represents the present, but Doncic symbolizes the future. And as that future draws nearer, some tough internal conversations are taking place, especially about Bronny James. Let's be honest, Bronny wasn't drafted solely based on basketball merit. He was selected to share the NBA floor with his father, a historic moment that had never happened before. That moment was powerful, emotional, and unforgettable. But now that the excitement has settled, the business side of basketball is starting to take over. What happens to Bronny once LeBron departs? Because make no mistake, LeBron's exit is imminent. Whether through a trade, which has been rumored, or retirement, which could happen soon, the end of the LeBron era in LA is approaching. When that time comes, Bronny's position with the team may not be as secure as some expect. According to John Hollinger of The Athletic, unless Bronny carves out a real spot in the Lakers' rotation next season, the team might not keep him. That's not mere speculation. It's coming from a respected insider with close ties to league developments. The reason is simple. LeBron has only one guaranteed year left on his contract. If he leaves, the emotional motivation to keep Bronny fades with him. The narrative of a father-son duo will no longer drive decision-making. The Lakers will focus fully on building around Doncic, and Bronny will have to prove his value independently. That's the harsh reality of the NBA. So far, the stats haven't favored Bronny. In his rookie season, he averaged just 2.3 points, 0.7 rebounds, and 0.8 assists per game. He shot 31.3% from the field and only 28.1% from three-point range. Those numbers don't guarantee a rotation spot on a championship-level team, especially one shifting from the LeBron era to the Doncic era. What makes things even harder for Bronny is the legacy he carries. He's not just another rookie. He's LeBron James's son. That brings massive expectations, constant comparisons, and relentless scrutiny. Most people don't see him as a developing player. They see him as LeBron's heir and expect immediate greatness. To his credit, Bronny has handled it all with maturity. He's consistently said the right things, insisting that his path is his own, not his father's. He wants to earn his place on merit, not on name alone. But no matter how sincere he is, he can't escape the immense shadow cast by his last name. And as LeBron's career winds down, that spotlight only intensifies. Meanwhile, the Lakers are dealing with pressures of their own. They want to remain contenders while LeBron is still producing, but they're also focused on preparing for a future led by Doncic. That means making hard choices, cutting players who don't contribute, and making room for those who do. If Bronny can elevate his game, improving his shooting, defense, and decision-making, then he has a legitimate chance to stick around. But if he can't, the Lakers may have no choice but to move on. And without LeBron advocating for him, Bronny will be just another young player fighting for limited minutes on a team that's chasing a title. That doesn't mean Bronny's NBA journey ends in LA. If things don't work out with the Lakers, other franchises might still take a chance on him. He's young, works hard, and handles the pressures of being LeBron's son with poise. But in Los Angeles, expectations are sky high. The spotlight is intense, and sentimentality isn't part of the equation. The Lakers are moving toward a new identity, one centered around Luka Doncic, not LeBron James, and certainly not nostalgia. Bronny now faces a countdown. Can he prove he belongs because of his skills, not just his surname? Or will his time with the Lakers end when his father walks away? The message is clear. The Lakers are building for the future. It's now up to Bronny to show whether he's part of that vision, or merely a footnote in the closing pages of LeBron's legacy. And yet, there's another major development on the horizon, one that could send shockwaves through the NBA. This isn't just a baseless rumor. We're talking about a proposed three-team blockbuster trade that could dramatically reshape the Lakers' future. The idea? LeBron James returns to Miami, setting off a franchise-altering chain of events. The clock has been ticking on LeBron's time in Los Angeles for a while. According to insiders like Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne, the Lakers have already begun preparing for life beyond LeBron. Here's the major sign. For the first time in years, the Lakers didn't initiate serious contract extension talks with LeBron. No new deal. No long-term commitment. Just silence. That silence speaks volumes. It suggests the end is near. Now, Sports Illustrated's Jackson Codell has proposed a dramatic three-team trade involving the Lakers, Miami Heat, and Atlanta Hawks. If it goes through, it could usher in a new era in NBA history. The proposal: LeBron James heads back to Miami, joining the franchise where he won 2 championships. The Heat would also acquire Maxi Kleber and Vit Krejci. In return, the Lakers would receive Andrew Wiggins, Terry Rozier, Haywood Highsmith, Jaime Jaquez Jr., and an unprotected 2029 first-round pick. The Hawks, who facilitate the deal, would pick up Gabe Vincent. For the Lakers, this move could be the beginning of their full transition into the Doncic era. Losing LeBron is no small thing, but if the team is ready to move forward, this deal sets the stage. Wiggins, a former number 1. One pick brings defense, experience, and the ability to complement Doncic. He's under contract through 2027, giving the team long-term stability. Rozier adds scoring punch and versatility. Highsmith provides perimeter defense, while Jaquez, coming off a strong rookie campaign, offers upside and depth. Add in that valuable 2029 first-round pick, and it becomes clear. This wouldn't just be a trade, it would be a strategic pivot. Meanwhile, Miami gains a veteran LeBron for one last title run. Alongside Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and coach Eric Spoelstra, a LeBron reunion makes both basketball and marketing sense. It would be a headline-making homecoming. The Hawks quietly benefit too, picking up a playoff-tested guard in Gabe Vincent to boost their rotation. But for the Lakers, this is all part of the bigger picture. According to Windhorst and Shelburne, Rich Paul had to formally inform the Lakers that LeBron was picking up his player option, because the front office hadn't initiated talks themselves, something they had always done in the past. That was the tipping point. The Lakers made their intentions known. They're not planning beyond this season with LeBron. So now, for the first time, LeBron's role as the face of the Lakers has an expiration date. The team is already shifting toward a new identity. Luka Doncic is the centerpiece. The system is being redesigned, and this trade proposal could be the final move that signals the changing of the guard. Wiggins and Doncic could become a powerful two-way duo. With supporting players like Reeves, Jaquez, Rozier, Highsmith, and future assets, the Lakers would suddenly become younger, more versatile, and more dangerous. Of course, this trade is still theoretical, but all signs are pointing in one direction. The LeBron era in Los Angeles is winding down, and the Lakers, they're already scripting the next chapter. The only remaining question: will they make the move now or cling just a little longer to the past? Either way, the clock is ticking, and the entire NBA is watching.